Salvete Omnes. Nomen me est Conicus. Thank you for joining me for another episode of the World's Worst Walkthrough. I believe we only have one more level 2 quest to do. Yep. Information is key, and then we will have completed all of the level 2 quests. So, information is key is a quest that is given in this tavern up here. The Leaky Dinghy. Okay. A new adventurer. Speaking for House Fjarlin, I welcome you. The house is always on the lookout for such resourceful people as you. Can you tell me a little bit more about House Fjarlin? We are one of the great dragon-marked houses of Eberron. The dragon mark manifests itself on the gifted members of House Fjarlin and gives us great skill with entertainment and artistry. If you need to relax and escape from the toils of the adventurous life, you should visit the Fjarlin Enclave here in Stormreach. You can travel there by walking through the marketplace. Do you need help with anything at the moment? A local smuggler named Osgood is planning to ship a certain artifact out of Stormreach. House Fjarlin would prefer to take the artifact into our protective custody. Will you sneak into Osgood's basement near the Leaky Dinghy here in the harbor and retrieve the artifact for me? I will see it done. Okay, I'm going to sell my stuff to the barkeep here. Let's see. Who are the big players around here? There are important patrons in Stormreach. It's quite cosmopolitan once you get out of our lovely harbor. For example, the Wizards of the 12 and the different dragon-marked houses control whole sections of the city. But I'm getting ahead of myself. There are two patrons with work done here in the harbor. The Coin Lords, they run the city, our local brand of mostly ex-pirate nobility. There's also the free agents, merchants like myself who appreciate the occasional do-gooder. You a do-gooder by any chance? Maybe. How do I curry favor with these patrons? Do jobs for them, of course. Quests, if you prefer a more grand term. Do enough of them and they'll reward you. Alright, so that's a little tutorial about that. Alright, so, let's see. Food and drink, please. Got a lot of repairing to do there. Sell our gems. I'm going to lock this and lock this shield. Need some more thieves' tools. Worry about that later. Okay, so let's go do information is key. Alright, since I have Featherfall, I can jump around like this. If you don't have Featherfall, be a little bit more careful. So this is Osgood's basement. Okay, this will probably be the last time I use Illyria. I'll go get a level 5 hireling after this. Alright. Get our buffs on.
Descending into the basement, you hear another sound of whirring gears and a guttural growl.
Okay, so the lever we need is over here. This is another situation where having Featherfall is very useful. If you only have the Feather Cloak from The redemption quest, you can cast Featherfall there. I would highly recommend looking for a Featherfall item on your auction house if you don't find one yourself. Then there's also the Mantle of Gentle Descent that you can get from the Borderlands if you own the Borderlands. There is an ooze here. I'm going to take that out. Again, you can just use your hirelings. There used to be a warning in this quest telling you about oozes. There's a lot of like different pathways here. We're going to turn right. Oh, honestly, I didn't even know that ooze was there. We're going to go right. This is another one of those quests where the same area is used in another quest much later. And so there's a bunch of pathways here that we don't need to go down.
You see one of Osgood's men making his way down the tunnel ahead. He hears you approach and starts running.
Some more Iron Defenders to kill. If there are optionals in this quest, I honestly don't know them. So if I'm missing some optionals, please let me know in the comments. We're going to go in the opposite direction from the rest shrine there.
You notice that the smuggler is struggling to keep his grip on an orc.
I have not had enough coffee today.
You must have the artifact you're after.
Okay, the next valve we need is over here. Again, we're going to turn right and go for a little swim. Climb up the ladder. Got a little jumping here to do. Alright, now, there's 2 gates down there. The only one you have to pull is this one to the west.
You hear the grind and clatter of machinery from below and to the west. It sounds like something heavy is being... You hear the grind and clatter of machinery from below and to the west. It sounds like something heavy is being ratcheted into place.
Alright, so we're going to swim to the west. I honestly don't know what's to the east. The western valve opened this gate here.
The rasp of stone against stone.
The eastern valve opened this gate.
As if a massive barrier is
If you want the
inside.
collectible, open that grate. If you don't worry about it. Okay, so pulling that valve right there behind us opens the way to the end. So, go up here. Oh, or we can just jump back into the water because we're an idiot. Oh, goodness. Alright, jump up here. I've done this 3,000 times. You'd think I wouldn't miss, but I did. Up the stairs. And this is the last fight.
The secret path ends in a well-kept warehouse. This is where Osgood stashes his goods until they can safely be smuggled. Growl in defiance. Of a beast.
Alright, getting this artifact case. Finishes the quest.
Case and slide it onto your back.
Finishes the quest, sorry.
To the Fairlane representative.
Don't know what happened to my voice there. Take the belt. I'm going to start getting some... Ooh, Scroll of Longstrider. So this is interesting. This is a spell that we can cast as a ranger. And this makes it so that we don't run slower in ankle-deep water. I'm actually going to pick that up. That's relatively useful to us. So I'm going to actually lock that so I don't lose it. And we exit to the harbor, and then we can go back up and talk to our Fjarland House representative. There's some trainers down here, so we will be leveling up in the next video. We have finished all of the level 2 quests, so there is literally no reason for us to remain level 4. And level 3 is going to take us a while. There are a lot of level 3 quests. Excellent work, Pessimist. You have deprived Osgood of his ill-gotten loot. Your service to Fjarlin will not be forgotten. It's my pleasure to work with your house. Take the helmet. And that was Information is Key. The last level 2 quest in our chain. Gratias vobis ago. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'm looking forward to leveling up to level 5 and moving on and doing those level 3 quests. So I will see you next time. Si valetis, ego valeo, valete.